Hey Lego friends, Matt from Brooks Bricks here, and today we got another update on my custom modular building. There's been a lot of new stuff. Stay tuned and check it out. Welcome back to another update of my corner modular, still in progress. A lot of things going on with this build. So in the last update, we took a look at the buildings and stores that make up the first floor. And since that update, a lot more has happened. The second floor, or at least the shell of the second floor, has been built. And I am just like super stoked with how good this looks. I took a lot of time really kind of trying to figure out how to differentiate these, give them a different set of looks and feels and variety, color, and things that would not clash too much. There were times during my live streams where I was asking people for some thoughts on colors, which I don't normally do. But yeah, I went with some earthy tones on these two buildings. Brown, a little bit of teal here for accent color. Tan with black here. But then for this building, kind of went a little bit, I want to say out of my comfort zone, but I went a little out there and used a medium azure as the base color with brown as the accent and some white for a third color. And honestly, with the combination of the dark red and black and yellow here, I think the look actually works really well. So actually, since we're looking at it, let me go ahead and give you a look at this side of the building first. This actually will have a little bit of an alleyway here, so I figured why not actually put windows on this side. It makes sense too, since this side actually has windows. And the doorway to get into the second floor is right here, so figured why not. And then from the back, this does not have windows here because a big part of the section here is taken up by the stairway coming up right here. So it seemed a little impractical in some way for me to put windows there. I probably could have made it work, but decided against it, just filled it in. And then this corner here is going to be a part of that. Whatever this section is going to be, like whatever business or whatever. The back part of the other sections, we got some windows here and then windows here. There is a hallway in this section. So inside here, you're not going to see much other than another wall and a door. And then there's a door right there to get into this section. This one is the biggest of the three in terms of just real estate and space. For the second floor, I have not settled, as of the recording of this video, on exactly what I want these to be. I have some ideas, but I will be getting around to it. Let me take each of these modules off and show you a little bit more just about what they look like. Alright, so first we'll focus on this one, bright medium azure that it is. I used up a lot of parts that I had for this build. I'm actually quite happy that I was able to kind of empty my inventory a bit. But you can see right there is going to be the stairway entrance. If I do this, there you go. And there's this little inside wall. Here's the door to get into this build or this particular office space or business space. Again, haven't decided on what it's going to be, but yeah, there's just a big space right here that gets covered up by just the roofing structure, basically. I probably could have done another maybe brick or something across there, but I'm actually kind of happy with how it looks that way. If I take this off just to show you how it looks without that on there, I think that's fine. And here is a look at the space. Again, there's kind of an awkward corner here, but I'm okay with that. And I'll figure out what this will be. Definitely the smallest of the three in terms of space that I'll have available, for sure. The front end, tried to go a little interesting with the texturing for the roof, between these slope down pieces, the rail pieces, and then a bunch of these that I had available from Pab or something at one point. But pretty happy with how that looks. topping it off there. All right, let me go to the next one. All right, this one, the dark red is the accent color here, but I'm gonna be using a lot of black with some tan for the roof, just because of parts I had in hand. The goal here through this entire build process, other than really with this store and the front set that I kind of built to use some parts inside here, other than that, the goal of this entire build has been to just use parts I have. Use up my inventory. I'm trying to do that. Here's a look at this building. So you can see right here is that hallway. A couple little arch pieces in here just for definition purposes. But there's the hallway that connects the two sides with the door in the back there. Well, there will be a door. I need to put one in there. And I thought it'd be fun, partially because I ran out of black plating here, but I thought it'd be kind of nice to put a skylight in there to get a nice view of things. And I think because this will be lit up, it will look really nice with light coming out of that, and then light coming in through these windows as well. So that is the second module, and let's take a look at the third. And here is the final of the second floor modules. See that the primary focus here is definitely on brown. I don't have a lot of brown in my city, or things I've built in the city at this point. And I really wanted to try to incorporate something that uses a lot of brown. And ended up going a little bold here with using the teal as the primary accent color across that, which I think actually works pretty well. Some big windows here. I wanted to use some of these pieces to create an interesting front end texture. I do think the nougat works well here. It's not too off from the brown, so it's got a nice earthy tone to it. Plus it works well with the flower boxes. These will be flower boxes. They'll have some flowers on there just for some added texture. A little bit of masonry brick at the bottom there just for added effect. Took one of Lego's techniques with offsetting slope pieces to create that look and feel, which I think is pretty nice. There's the door to get into this, whatever business this will be. And you can see there's a windows back here to have a look inside that space. If I can get this off one-handed. Yeah, you'll see that by far this will have the most space out of the 3 second floor modules in terms of just general real estate and what's going to be in here. Again, as of the recording of this video, I have not decided what's going to be in there per se. But I, again, am very, very happy with how these all turned out. All right, that's going to do it for my latest update with this custom modular building. Again, a lot of great stuff. This is basically what the build is going to be. I just had to do finishing around here as well and set some more scenes. And then again, the biggest thing will be inventory, or adding detailing to the second floor, and finally doing the wiring for the lighting, because what's the point of, you know, doing all the detailing I like doing at this point without wiring it up for the lighting. So still have at least one more, if not 2 more updates to go. We'll see how things develop, but I did want to provide another update as to the status of this build, as I've been deep into this. I've enjoyed it. I have felt the vibes with this, and it's coming along honestly as good as I could have hoped, just from using parts I have. And you know, it's going along really, really well. As always, I do want to thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, you can find me over on Twitch at Bricks, where I do these great builds with a great group of people hanging out. And I do simulcast my live streams as well here on YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe here as well. Hit that like button, notification bell, comment, thought below, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. As always, I do appreciate it. Until next time, bye for now.